jug, get out the street. High speed chase might crash, gotta hop out on feet. Smash, gotta.
J.Addo.
Hello, guys.
The cousin.
COJ. All right, man. So what is your name, my brother, and what part do you play in this movie?
My name is J.Addo, J.Addo, and I'm a mayor in the movie. I'm excited for y'all to see that.
All right, 100%. Is this your first time acting?
It actually is. This is my first time acting, so I've been excited. Took it serious, of course, and I think the people are really going to enjoy this because it was very natural, and I felt like it felt great. So I'm just excited for everybody to see this.
100%. So what can you tell us about the mayor, your character? What are his motivation and goals in this movie?
He means well, but he's also kind of greedy. So I don't want to give too much away, but he's a good guy in spirit, but his actions are not the best. So you guys are going to find out.
Okay. How did you link up with Dreemy to actually be a part of this film?
So me and Dreemy, we go a little bit way back, family, of course. So I feel like he presented the role to me, I think this time last year. And he was like, hey, man, you want to be a part of this film? And then I was like, why not? Let's do it. So when I read the script and everything, and I was just excited to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What was your approach to embodying the essence of your character? Did you have a specific method?
I just felt like, because obviously I'm new to kind of like the movie thing, so just reading the script and kind of like envision myself, like maybe like being in the mirror or something, feeling like that role, feeling like that boss, feeling like that mayor. I'm like a leader in real life already, so it's kind of like switching over to that part made it kind of like really easy, smooth sailing.
100%. How was it like working with Dreemy through this process? Is there anything that stood out about his directing style or, shooting method?
I would say one thing I like about Dreemy and obviously the whole crew, but Dreemy himself, I think he's not a yes man. I think that's really good when it comes to films and production because it's kind of like people will let you slide. If you do something, they'll be like, oh, that was cool. Now Dreemy like, do it again and do it again and do it again. So it's kind of like people like that. It makes you obviously work on your own craft, but understand that you're not going to get any shortcuts. You got to really make it happen.
100%, 100%. What were some challenges that you faced, being a part of this movie? What was the hardest part?
I think the hardest part was just remembering my script. I think kind of like you have moments where you kind of freeze a little bit or you kind of overthink a line or it's kind of like, it's a lot going on. A lot of the sets kind of people are there. So it's kind of like you're trying to perfect and sometimes you can overthink the process. So I would say just perfecting my lines, that probably was the hardest challenge.
100%. Mm-hmm. Did you have any conflict with playing like the villain in this movie?
Oh, not at all. It was fun. I feel like everybody has a little villain to them, to be honest with you. Everybody has their, the good side, the bad side, the angel, the devil. Mm-hmm. We all have like that villain to us. I feel like once you embody that role, it makes it a lot easier. 100%.
What was your favorite day of filming?
My favorite day of filming? It was the first day, honestly, because I think I went in there with, obviously, I'm not going to say expectations, but I went in there kind of like letting the flow goes how it goes in a sense. So I feel like doing it and practicing, and I think the good thing is me and Dreemy and our brother Mo, we practiced before that. So it's kind of like it was just a new day with new people around, but it was the same vibe.
All right. Were there any scenes that you shared with other actors that you enjoyed the most?
I think my cousin Bo, that was cool. We did a role in The Office. I think that was dope. He looked like a real like Fed in a sense, security, wherever you want to call him. But I feel like just doing that was cool. So I enjoyed doing it with family and yeah.
Nice. How do you feel about your character and how does it relate to you or the community you grew up in?
It fits perfectly because like I think like I was saying earlier, I think I play like a role of a leader, community. I'm really heavy in my community. Everybody that knows me know I don't play about the area. So I feel like just doing that on an actual film basis was kind of like, it was just like a smooth sailing in a sense because it's kind of like you already do this in real life. So now you have to quote unquote act, but it's like, that's what I really do. So right. It made it easy.
Right. What is something that you'll always carry with you now that the filming is over?
I mean, just the experience. I think I was telling Dreemy before that, like, I think after I did another film right after this. So I think just understanding the standard and understanding that I think he kind of like gave me like my I would say like my fresh start, or kind of like a way to roll on to the next film. So I think being a part of this was good, because now I know what to expect. Now I know I need to take things serious like I did the first time, and it makes you want to keep doing it.
100%. What was the atmosphere on set? What was going through your mind as you were getting your scenes done?
Atmosphere on set. It was kind of like, I think I touched on that earlier. It's kind of like you want to perfect it, but at the same time, you don't overthink it. So I think just being yourself, understanding that, you're going to mess up here and there. You may not get every line perfect, but I feel like, just being myself on that set made it so much better, because it just flowed. It flowed properly.
100%. When did you realize that you were a part of something special?
I would say when Dreamy brought me when he brought me the script, it was kind of like I knew like it's different. It's something that I know he's into, anime, things like that. So it's kind of like bodying all of the worlds, like a little bit of leadership. Everybody else playing there. I feel like everybody was themselves, and I think that's perfect when it comes to movies. No one's taking you out of your box. You're just flowing into the box that you already are.
100%. As a DMV creator, entrepreneur, mover and shaker, how did you feel about, seeing that many people come together for this project?
Supporting, man. The community is everything. You can't do nothing by yourself. The community is very important. You have to network, you have to connect with people, and you just never know who's who. You never know who can do what for you, and vice versa. So I just feel like having that selfless spirit, it just makes everything so easy, and it flows.
100%. Between the movie and the experience, what are you expecting to see at the premiere?
I'm expecting the city to come outside. I think the community is going to pull up for us. I think it's going to be another special day full of content, full of love, genuine love, family, friends, and I just think it's going to be great. So I'm excited to be a part of that premiere. I'm excited for all of us to come together. Cheers and toast to our hard work that we've accomplished throughout all of this process. So I'm excited about it.
You did a really good job of being a stand-up guy while also like really having this operation within the shadows, for real. And you have scenes that flip both sides of the story, like scenes where like, okay, you're being this, public official, and then you have this scene where like, all right, you dealing with all these people in the streets, for real. Like, how did you like flip between the two, personas, for real? You know what I mean?
I would say watching TV, I think shows like Power, people that know Power, Ghost. I feel like Ghost like plays the best of both worlds, and I feel like it's so perfect because he started as a drug dealer, then he moved into politician, and it was kind of like when he tried to leave the drug game alone, they tried to bring him back in, and they didn't accept that he wanted to grow. So I just feel like watching movies like that, it kind of like, okay, how can you play, that angel's devil role, but also make it make sense? So I feel like watching film, doing your education on your part, and just doing your studies, it makes it worthwhile.
Talk about that day where you was doing that public state of address. In Rock.
That was an interesting day, man. That was actually we were in the public state. We were in Montgomery County somewhere, and it was very cold. First and foremost, that was a cold day. People were actually walking by, and a guy actually walked up on us, and I kind of stopped. I wouldn't say froze, but I kind of stopped in a way because I was just like, what's going on? He really thought I was running for mayor. Like, he generally wanted to vote right then and there. And I'm just like, hey, sir, this is a film. He looked disappointed, but he laughed, but he's kind of like, I was really going to vote for you, So it was cool, looking like a mayor right then and there. So who knows? Maybe in the future, I may run for something. You don't know. Dreamy may be the first that caught on. And
how do you think this film is going to inspire the next generation of creators coming out the DMV?
I think it's going to be important. I think when they see people, like I said, like ourselves, everyone that has their own set of things going on, own set of motion that's happening, and us coming together, and I think it's going to be important to understand. They know when they see it and they see how high quality and everything is looking, they'll be like, hey, if we can do it, regular guys that are, obviously creatives too are doing that, why can't I? So I think it's just going to build that confidence in them.
100%. Any final remarks of, what you want people to, just pop it. You want people to come see this movie? Let them know.
Oh, yeah, man. Right, once again, my name is J.Addo. I'm excited for everybody. Shout out to Dreamy. Shout out to the entire team. I know they work very hard on this, so I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited for everybody to see it. If you're not there, I don't know what to tell you, but when the time comes and the premiere is on the way, you need to be there. You need to support us. We all we got. The village is all we got. So show out for the city, man. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, wait,
you never know what happens.
What's your social medias? Where can people find you? Do you got any projects coming out, man?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm working on the album as we speak. You know, that's supposed to be a secret, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tell Dreemy first. But my name is J.Addo 301 J.Addo. Find me anywhere there, and let's connect. If you're watching this, let's all win.
Love.